these older women in their midlife crisis. And we're going to talk about why it just ain't working for them right now. This late night stream. Shout out to everybody that's here on this Friday. They don't even let you see the live likes as they happen. That's how YouTube is, man. It has these, they're trying to make this platform, every all in one, and they neglect the things that they shouldn't neglect. They should make it easier for people to get notified, and just make it overall easier, for people to consume the content. They don't do that because they want to pile on everything to this platform. But nonetheless, I appreciate everybody being here. Shout out to the moderators, the channel members. Shout out to the people that became members. Liana gave out memberships to some people. So salute to y'all. Make sure y'all like the stream. Okay. Shout out to Zeke with the super chat. See you here, Jordan, Zeke, Hello Kitty, Sydney, Ramir, Simply Amir, Rollo, Gerald, Nasty Biscuit, Young Jaye, Mall MC, Troy, Jasmine Ortiz, what's good? Costellar, Rain and Woman, what's good, Rain and Woman? Eric Aboa, Divine. So that's it. V-Coast. What's going on, man? Jean Marie, what's good? Unique the Queen, what's up? Make sure y'all like the stream as you come in. We got to talk about this, man. Why does it seem like older women are out here doing the most? Tammy, what's up? No cigar. No, not while I'm streaming. No cigar right now. No cigar right now. Jack Daniels. Salute to everybody that's here, that everybody's been hopefully catching the content. I know I don't stream as much as I should. Eventually, I'm going to get that straightened out. It's just about me finding the right topics, because I don't want to just stream about anything. I think that's the thing. I don't want to just go live, because that's what I used to do. I used to just go live on certain, just certain topics. And it's like, what's good, David? Trevine was good. Make sure y'all like the stream. Let's get the likes up before I get into this commentary. Let's see. Turn this on. All right. We got to talk about these older women. What's up with these older women, man? I guess mama got to have a life too, huh? Before I went live, I watched a video. I guess she was doing like a skit with her son. I'm talking about Tia Mowry. And she was wearing this outfit, and I guess her son didn't like the outfit. I saw a bunch of women in the comment section. And you have women talking about how they got to live their life. They want to go out here and dress sexy, right? I told y'all, and then they like to say it's the men that want that. Seriously? So it's men that you don't know that you're getting up to get dressed for. Thank you for basically confirming that when you leave the house, you look for male attention. We got women in their 40s and 50s making sure they dress extra sexy so they can go look good for, men they don't know. What is it? I thought y'all don't get up. I thought y'all don't dress for men. You dress for yourselves or you dress for other women. Ain't that what you hear? But when I see women talking about how they got to have a life too and all that, you know what that is. And the sons become the fathers, telling these grown women how they should dress when they leave the house. It's kind of always been like that. And I've seen women sharing their stories about that. That's what happens when you ain't got no man for an extended amount of time, When you don't have a man for an extended amount of time, your son becomes like that male figure in the house. What's good, Paris? The son becomes the male figure. Speaking of that, there was a topic I was going to speak about. Maybe I'll go into it later. The Rihanna photo. The Rihanna photo. I'll probably get into that maybe later. But I want y'all to understand where we are. America, the value system in America has crumbled. MGTOW had the right answer, whether y'all like it or not. And I notice you got all these single women out here, right? Especially in America. Paris says she just seen that. Right? You got all these single women out here nowadays. And you got all these men depolicing other men about where they're going, right? But y'all ain't wifing up these single women. These single women are so lonely and they so desperate for attention that they're just out here doing anything they can do to get it. But y'all refuse to wife these women up. What's good, Steven? I never understood that. I never understood you people that get online and you say random shit about what a man is doing, especially like his business, like who he chooses to date. You're pulling, those are women tactics. Those are female tactics, right? All these single women, y'all dudes need to be concerning yourselves with them. Why are y'all so concerning yourselves with who some guy in, I don't know, California choosing to date, choosing whatever country he's choosing to go to? This country is crumbling, and you males and these ignorant heifers sit up here and you worry about the wrong things. Look at these schools. Look at the policies that are being implemented. Let's get live streams on that. Let's get TikTok videos on what they're trying to do with your kids in these schools. But you're getting your asses on TikTok to run your mouth about who some guy you don't know is choosing to go with his money and his time. That's when I knew that MGTOW had the right answers. You people are just disgraceful. Absolutely shameful and disgraceful. And that's why your life is where it is. A lot of you people are lonely because you deserve to be lonely. You get on here and you worry about the wrong things. That's why you're where you're at. That's why it's not going to get any better for you. And you did that to yourself. Where are the panels on the crumbling school systems and these neighborhoods and the fact that we have crime? We have a lot of issues. We have possible war. But y'all concern yourselves about where men are going? And let me tell you, ignorant heifer, something. It's not going to get any easier. It's only going to get worse. I don't see it getting any better for you. A lot of y'all gonna be even more single and even more lonely, but you did that to yourself. You put yourself in a box, dating wise. A lot of you women date the same men over and over and over. They just men with just different DNA, but y'all date the same men. A lot of you heifers would date men. You would date men if they had a twin. You would date that. You would date that man's twin. If a man that she really liked had like a twin or had a you call it a triplet, she would date all three of them because that's how small-minded and how obsessed these women are with dating a certain prototype. But you always end up single and lonely. And no, it's not by choice. It's because you can't have the men that you want. Maybe you think the men that you want are getting their passports and going overseas. I'm just so sick and tired of hearing the complaining and the bitching. And you got the live streams and you got the panels and you got the comment threads. It's ridiculous. The think pieces. Why don't you make a think piece about why you can't keep a man? Why don't you write a think piece about why your relationships continue to fail? Hey, beta males that are constantly worrying about who other men are dating. Instead of you writing think pieces and making responses, why don't you tell us why you haven't wifed up any of these women yet? Why haven't you put a ring on her finger so these women don't have to get desperate and get out here and start doing the most for some likes? Again, like this stream though. You know, you can like this stream at any time. All of the videos, all of the live streams, all of the think pieces. Where does it get you? This is what I want to know. Where does it get you? Absolutely nowhere. It is pathetic and sad where we have gotten to as a people. We have gotten to a point to where we don't even understand who we are. That's why we try to be like everybody else. That's why black women try to be like every other race of women, because they have no identity. Look at Nicki Minaj. She's trying to be Asian. She's trying to be Jamaican, right? What is she not trying to be? Again, make sure y'all like the stream. Let's get the likes up. What y'all here for? I want y'all to understand something too. And let me say this too. This is like a quick side note. Don't be talking shit in my comment section about people getting memberships if you haven't donated a dime. Okay? Because I know who donates and who doesn't. Not every single one, but for the most part. If you haven't donated anything to me, don't be in my comment section trying to talk shit about people and call them 304s when you ain't gave a dime to one man on this platform. If you've never donated to a man on this platform, you can't call no woman a 304. You're a bum that's looking for a place to let it off because you're frustrated. You're frustrated on YouTube and you're simping in real life. You don't even know what a 304 is. How about you donate some $3 or $4 or something, $5, get a membership instead of talking shit in my comment section. I'm tired of seeing that too. Non-donators talking shit about people who are getting memberships. I really don't want to see that, or have donated. I really don't want to see that because you look crazy and you might get blocked, or I might just, clown you and then block you. I don't want to see that. I don't want to see that either. That's a quick side note because I've seen that here and there, and you dudes look crazy. Talking about 304, you ain't donated $3 or $4 to none of these men on YouTube. Shut up. You can't say nothing about a 304 when you ain't donated a dime to near one of these men on social media. Keep your mouth shut. Tired of seeing that. Talking about a 304, and you out here probably laying up with one. You out here laying up with a 304. It's irritating. You talking about these women. No, brother. Why don't you talk about why you ain't supporting? Why you ain't supporting? Why are you in the comment section talking shit you ain't supporting? You're looking crazy, looking two-faced, and you're looking dusty out here. The dust is coming through a lot. If you know what I mean. Shout out to Black American Expat Radio. Appreciate that, man. Shout out to you. I'm telling you, man. Shout out to Swing Out Museum.
What goes up and never comes down? Age. Father Time and the Wall are undefeated. The modern Voman is frightened of aging.
Right. Appreciate that. But yeah, that's a quick side note because I've seen that over the years, and that has really bothered me. A lot of you dudes talking about 304s and simps. You ain't donated a dime to any one of these male content creators. Shut up. What you talking about? You ain't shared not one video in the comment section going off. Ain't done nothing for nobody. You a 304 or a 403. 403 equals bummy. That's what you are. You are a 403. What you talking about, man? Get out of here, man. Lame. Just lame. I knew y'all didn't think I was gonna go live and not have something to say about something other than the topic. I was like, well, get to the topic, Jay. Well, you can get off this live stream now. Bye. You got these 403s out here, man. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. Make sure y'all keep liking the stream. Okay, let me get to Nia Long and what she had to say, because what Nia Long had to say is very important, because it goes to the attitude of a lot of women these days, man. A lot of women these days who are her age have dated older men when they were in high school, teenage age, right? But then they will tell you that, no, I did not delete my last live stream. My latest live stream is still up from like 3 days ago. Make sure y'all go and check it out after this one. Now, Nia Long had an interview some years ago, and she talked about how when she was in high school, she dated a 30-year-old man. Now, I want y'all to understand something. I would never see myself dating a woman who is of age at 18 or 19 or 20. That's not my thing. I know some of you guys can't wait till these chicks turn 18. I'm not one of those guys. Okay? It's good poetry. Make sure y'all like the stream. I'm not one of those guys that looks forward to dating a girl who is 18, 19, 20, but we're not talking about that. She's talking about when she was like 16, maybe even 15, who knows? But I'm not one of those guys that goes after young girls. I'm just not. They're young girls to me. That's how it's always been with me. Don't mean that maybe one day I'll come across a woman that's like 20, 21, and she just really surprises me. It can always happen. Never say never. But I've never been the type to be like, yeah, she 18, she legal. I'm not one of those type of guys. I've never been that type. I'm not waiting for these girls to turn 18, to start, get with. I've never been that type of guy. But I know some of you guys are, not y'all here, because my audience is intelligent, but some of these other guys are basically waiting for waiting for that right before graduate, right after graduation, or the prom when the girls turn 18. They can't wait, or maybe they already there. You know what I'm saying? We all know that there have been girls over the years, high school, even middle school. I know of a girl that was in middle school that was dating a guy that was like in his damn near in his 40s. This stuff happens. This stuff happens, people. And I think it's more normal than y'all want to believe. But you got to understand, I saw something today on Twitter where you had a bunch of heifers talking about Marcus Houston, the singer Marcus Houston and his wife, right? And how, he got married to her when she was like 19. And I'm saying to myself, but y'all used to date grown men when you were like 15 or 16. And that was the hypocrisy. Now, again, I'm not one of those guys that will date teenagers. I'm not the type of guy. Okay, I don't care if she's adult or not. That ain't my thing. Okay, but for the fact that what Marcus Houston did, I don't know when he started dating that girl. So I'm not going to sit here and judge nobody. But the people who judge the most with these type of relationships are women who are actively in these relationships dating older men. Yeah, these girls are getting groomed. They're getting groomed. And, Nia speaks so glowingly about this. She speaks so glowingly about this. I remember that Black American Expo. I remember that. The 60-year-old pastor, dating an 18-year-old girl. I mean, that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. But the fact that these same women, like a Nia Long, who've dated older men when they were teenagers, they want to criticize a Leonardo DiCaprio who's dating women in their early 20s. I think he's now dating a 19-year-old, right? But a lot of the women who are criticizing used to be that girl that would date older men. That's where the hypocrisy comes from. And that's what I don't like about these people, is how hypocritical they are. They were that girl in high school who dated older men. But because they're no longer that girl and they've gotten older and those type of men don't want them anymore, now all of a sudden they are against younger women and older men dating. Now they want to speak out and call people predators, right? But you used to be that same girl not running behind these dudes. This according to Madame Noir. It says an old clip of Nia Long has the internet talking up a storm. During a candid sit down with the Screen Actors Guild in 2016, Long proudly admitted that she used to date someone twice her age in high school, 30 years old to be exact. In an interview which surfaced this week, Long confessed she never went to her high school prom because of the big age difference between her and her former guy. Yeah, probably because he be trying to hit on the other girls. Knowing this guy, listen, man. I wasn't the girl that ever went to prom. Like she said, her boyfriend was 30 when she was in high school, and chuckling the viral clip, which was reposted by the neighborhood talk.
If she was my niece's age or younger, hands off.
Appreciate that swing out. Right. Surprisingly, she also admitted that her mother approved of the relationship, so her mother was okay with it. She said, my mother was crazy. I mean that in a good way. She was an artist. She was like, well, if it's who you love, baby. So she said her mother was an artist, which means that her mother was probably liberal. You got to watch out for these liberal women. Liberal women are destroying this country. They're teaching their children to be as weird as possible. I walked in a few times on my high school coach with the younger women. Wow. Just brazen, right? Wow. Supposed to play the video. This is not going to play the video. Here's the kicker. Long went on to describe that her older boyfriend as a good and kind individual. According to the Star, her former boo, who was a native of Oman, asked her permission to date her back in the day. So he went to her and was like, "I love your daughter, and I want to date her. I want to date your daughter." Former Fresh Prince star added with a big smile. Well, after the clip went viral on social media, folks lit up Twitter and Instagram with a ton of commentary about Long's underage romance. Unfortunately, that was the norm then, commented TV personality Kaya Cole. "I was getting hit on all the time by guys that were damn near 30 when I was in my late teens, and some were in the industry." One person wrote, 30-year-old man dating a high schooler, Neil Long's mom failed there. Another person said, "I always thought Neil Long was so beautiful, and I still do, but we don't justify nor endorse a 30-year-old men being with teenagers. If it's not right, male or female, a 30-year-old is good and grown, do better."
Went to prom. Like, my boyfriend was 30 when I was in high school. I know my mother was crazy, but you know what? I would never ever I mean that in a good way. Like, she was an artist. She was like, "Well, if that's who you love, baby."
She said her mother was an artist, which equals liberal. Watch out for these liberal women, man.
Baby. And he was so good to me and kind and like, right? And he did it the right way. He went to her. He was from Oman. He went to her and he said, "I love your daughter and I want to date your daughter." And he asked permission. Look at your face. You're like, that ain't happening with my baby.
Right, because she's not, I don't want to talk down on her mother, but she's not your mother. Like, she's not that liberal where she's going to let her daughter date this man. Like, any critically thinking woman is going to be outraged at this. Man, and fathers too. See, this is why it's very important to have a father. You see, this man went to her mother and he was able to charm her mother into agreeing to let him date Nia. Because see, if I don't know where her father is, but if he would have went to the father, her father wouldn't have let that happen. Be like, "Man, if you don't get your grown ass out of here." I bet that guy somewhere is speaking against the passport bros. It'd be the guys like that talk the most shit about passport bros. Y'all do know that, right? These older simps, these Gen Xer, early baby boom or late baby boomers, they be the main
These
ones
women
talking
down
crap.
bad, from Erykah Badu doing that weird pose with her daughter to now Nia's mom approving her dating an older man.
Right. Appreciate that, Devon. I bet you that dude somewhere talking about the passport bros and how they can't handle black women here. Like, dude, you dated a teenager. Shut up. The way Neil Long said her boyfriend was 30 when she was in high school and everything, side-eyed her and not the man in question. LOL, the jokes write themselves. And that was in 2016. 2016. This is why fathers are very important. You see, when these women push the fathers out of their children's lives, this is what they raise. They raise children that are going to be that are going to be in these situations. That man, if the father was around, that man would have never went to that route, because a father wouldn't have allowed his daughter to be dating no grown ass 30-year-old man. He would have been like, "Man, if you don't get out of my face, what are you talking about? She ain't even out of high school. What you mean?" You know what I'm saying? This white football coach, when I was going to a private Catholic school in Louisiana, knocked up this fresh off the boat Asian girl and kept his job. Wow. That's because, he was the football coach, and they probably felt like they can sweep it under the rug. A lot of these situations got swept under the rug. But social media exposes it. Social media exposes these things. These things get exposed by social media. And that's what happened in this situation. And now look at Nia Long, man. Look where she's at. She's out here trying to make people believe that she's dating a Marion. She's going on these vacations with the Terrence J guy. Like, she's really out here in these streets. Do we blame M.A. Udoka? Is M.A. Udoka? I don't know, man. I don't know. It's just crazy. Shout out to everybody that's here, man. Make sure y'all like the stream. This is where we're at, man. What's going on with these Western women? What is going on? Make sure y'all like the stream. Once again. Yeah, he did cheat, and so does a lot of those guys. A lot of those athlete, coach types, they always end up in a cheating scandal. That's nothing new. That is nothing new. Okay, let me, I want to get to the Nia Long, not Nia Long. I want to get into the video from Tia Mowry. Tia Mowry, her guess her son wasn't liking what she was dressing like, right? Let's see. I can find it. It was sent to me. Where's okay, here it is. We're gonna you see, the sons are becoming the new husbands. See, women are replacing their husbands with their sons. I mean, that's something that these women have always done. But, Tia wants to be in these streets bad. She wants to be in these. I'm thinking that she, wants to get pursued, by these rappers or even these athletes. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that she wants, but it's like, why? Why would you want to be in these streets? Ain't nothing out here. Ain't nothing in these streets. Take a look at this video.
Why? It's a bathing suit. Oh, really? It's a bathing suit. Then why are you wearing high shoes, huh? They're boots. Beyonce. Don't care. Rihanna. Don't care. You like my outfit? Oh. Why? It's a bathing suit. Oh, really? It's a bathing suit. Then why are you wearing high shoes, huh? They're boots. Beyonce. Don't care. Rihanna. Don't care. You like my outfit? Oh. Why? It's a bathing suit. Oh, really? It's a bathing suit. Then why are you wearing high shoes, huh? They're boots. Beyonce. Don't care. Rihanna. Don't
Why
care.
she bringing up Rihanna?
Like my outfit?
Why she bringing up Rihanna, man? Shout out to Said. I don't know if you want me to say your name. I'm gonna just say Said. P.O. says appreciation of content. Thank you, man. With the cash out. Now let me tell you what's wrong with this picture. You should that swing out.
Is that a boy?
Yeah, that's her son. Why wouldn't you think that was, that's a young man, not a girl. But like she really out here trying to sexy it up. I guess this is a way to explain, why she looking sexy every day. Like you wasn't looking that way when her dad was in the house. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on out here? You see, the kids are the ones that suffer in these situations because the kids see when the family break up, right? When the mother becomes single, they see everything that's going on. They see the changes. They see the changes that their mother is going through, the way that she dresses. Like, kids notice all of that. You can't hide that from kids. Kids know when the mother's dressing different, acting, they notice it. So what I want to know is this. When a lot of you women have a good man at home, why would you leave him? Is it because you're sexually frustrated? Do we have frustration here? That has to be what it is. When you got these women who've been with the same guy for a lot of years, they've been together, what, almost 17 years? Right? Women get tired of that, especially when they have fame, when they have money, when they have a large social media following. They get bored. And I saw women, and this is the sad thing. Yeah, this is her living her best life. This is her living her best life. And whenever you have, all right, Cedric, cool. Appreciate the cash app, Cedric. When you have women like this who clearly, and it's like, they hate their image. Aisha Curry hated her image. And Aisha Curry wanted to change it. Why? I have no idea. Why do you want to, what would make you want to change your image? Because you want to be like the other women on Instagram? Do you know how those women have been ran through? Why would you want to be like them? And then you surround yourself with a bunch of single women who get into your ear and tell you what you can do and that you shouldn't have to, limit yourself and all this. Like, come on, man. That's what these single heifers do. They want to ruin marriages. And I want you guys to understand, you guys that talk about you going to marry a virgin, understand, man, it's going to come a time when she's going to want to explore. I think Tia wants to explore. She wants to get out there and she wants to explore different men. That's going to happen. When a woman's been married for a lot of years, it may come a point to where she want to change. And what you going to do then? I want to marry a virgin. When she never got to experience being single and dating, doesn't mean she have to be a slower. But I'm talking about when a woman's been with a guy as long as she have. And then she see the growth of social media, the growth of being able to post a picture and get all these likes and comments. Now you can put gifts in the comment section, which is a huge mistake on Instagram's part. Why'd you do that? Like, Instagram, why'd you do that? That's the stupidest. Why would you do that? You're making the platform look cheap. Okay. Leave the gifts to Twitter. All right. Instagram should be for comments alone, not gifts. Like, what are you doing? Anyway, comment section don't look the same no more. But women like her who've been married for a long time, they're gonna want to see what's out there. It's not gonna be fast. It's gonna be a slow progression. They're gonna start dressing a little bit differently. They're gonna be posting a little bit more. They're going to be conscientious of what men say, right? They're going to, like, before they didn't really care what men thought. They were married, right? But now they're going to start to care more, okay? And a lot of you married men, man, y'all in trouble. A lot of you married men in trouble.
Now these women want to be Rihanna now, even though they're older than Rihanna. Man facepalming dark skin tone.
Appreciate that, Stephen. Right. 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 And they got more kids than her.
Jaye de Black keeping doing great content, full score.
Thank you, Jabari. Appreciate that, man. You married men who've been married to women for more than 10 years plus, y'all in trouble, man. Y'all can't compete with this beast called social media. All right? You can't. Like, if a woman knows that she can get an OnlyFans and she can support herself, that's a game changer. Look at Kimbella. I made a video about Kimbella today. You know, she has an OnlyFans and she separated herself from Jewels, right? Because she has her own money. She don't need him for anything. She don't. And when women don't need a man for anything and they look around, they say, why not be single? And then a lot of you guys been married to women for what, 10, 15 years? You especially if your wife looking good, right? Your wife out here getting some attention. Listen, man, listen. This is why I steer clear of marriage, because marrying a woman nowadays is a mistake. It's a mistake. Now I see guys continuing to make it. Okay, I'll see you down the road when that divorce happens. Okay. I saw where there was this actress that married a guy that she was in a long-term relationship with. She was in a long-term relationship with this guy. And then they got married and they got divorced after about 2 years. I mean, these women cannot let the streets go. And then you got women who've never been in the streets who are curious about these streets. Why? I have no idea. I have no idea. And then it ain't the women who y'all think it is. It's the Aisha. Well, not yet. Not yet. But here you got the Tia Mowrys of the world. These are the women, the ones that y'all don't expect, who want to be out here in these streets. They want to be out here in these streets. I mean, y'all can't, you niggas can't compete with that. Excuse me. Let me retract that. You bros can't compete with that, man. Y'all can't. No matter how hard you try. Why do you think you're seeing an increase in men taking the lives of their wives? Because these women want out. And these men don't want these women to get out. These men are investing so much in these marriages and they're finding out it means nothing.
Your thoughts on marrying within the church instead of the state?
You should have all see. I mean, it could work. You have something in common. I mean, marrying within the church could I guess work because y'all have something in common, which is faith. If you got faith in common, I think that can really help. It's better than trying to marry somebody that you don't really have anything, nothing of interest in that you both truly believe in. But I mean, it could work, just depends on certain circumstances. I'm not here to tell y'all it could never work, but it could work. Try it out. If all I can tell you is to do for yourself. I'm not here to tell y'all what you can and can't do with your life. I've never been that type of guy, but I mean, if that's something that you want to try and do, go for it, because you have something in common that you're deeply passionate about, which is faith, which can bring anybody together. Faith brings a lot of different people from different backgrounds together. And it's one belief that you both have, and it's not a changing belief. It's a solid belief. That's why people who are non-religious link up with each other. You have people who have non-religious views that link up with each other, right? Look at Aaron Rodgers, and any woman that he dates has like some non-religious views. but it never works because Aaron Rodgers is very aloof. Very aloof. But we are in different days, ladies and gentlemen. It's different out here. It's very different out here. And y'all got to be careful, man. And I'm not here to scare anybody, but I'm just saying, a lot of you married men, watch out. Watch out. Because these stories that I see of these married men taking the lives of their wives, it is because they realize that all they've done for her, it means nothing. She still wants out. She still thinks that she can do better than him. And that is true. A lot of these women feel that way. That's why I believe, honestly, you got to talk to the people that you're married to or in relationships with. You have to figure out what they really believe in, what they want to do. You got to talk to these people, because if you don't talk to them, you know, you'll get to a point of no return. Let's see. Make sure y'all like the stream. Salute to everybody that's here. But yeah, man, she's out here really trying to sexy it up. And it's like I hope for the best for her, because she seemed like a nice person. But you need to put your family back together, man. Shout out to Divine.
By the year 2030, more Western women will be alone.
It seems like it. It really does. Appreciate it. Like, what are y'all looking for? Can y'all tell me what y'all looking for? But yeah, listen, I think women need to be honest. If you're looking for a casual situation, then say that. Like, if you want multiple men, a lot of these women want multiple men. You got women that want to be married with a boyfriend on the side. Yes, y'all do. Y'all want to be married and you want to have a boyfriend on the side. Just say it. I mean, I saw where this woman got 2 husbands. So it's possible. It's possible. You got women out here with multiple husbands. It is very possible for you to get married. With all these simps. I mean, it's easy. I know it's easy, but you know, there's an opportunity for you to have it. Women talk about men having families and women on the side all the time. It's almost like a competition thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like a competition thing. They want to have a side dude and a husband and a family, especially if they make more money than you dudes. And I be telling y'all that if your woman is making more money than you, she's gonna want more in her life, more than you can give her. I don't care if you knew her since high school. She's gonna want more because she's the breadwinner. Didn't Gabrielle Union say it? Gabrielle Union said out loud I think a solid number of women are doing currently. They are in relationships and they're having other relationships outside of that because they are the breadwinners. I don't understand why you dudes are so comfortable dating women that make more money than you, especially like if she's taking care of you. I can see where you with a woman that makes more money than you, but you make a lot of money yourself. But a lot of you dudes are nowhere near them financially, nowhere near them. You one argument away from staying at your mama's house. That's how destitute you are. And if you don't think that these women don't have side dudes, you're really out of your mind. Especially if she look good and she has a social media presence. You best believe she has men on the side. You best believe. And she's going to be entitled to cheat. She's going to feel entitled to cheat. So you dudes need to get off your ass and start making your own money in your own way. And if she gets uncomfortable, then she ain't the woman for you. Because any woman that gives a damn about you men is going to want you men to do better. They're going to want you men to be successful. If you're with a woman that don't push you to be successful, why are you with her? You're wasting your time. Because again, you are one argument away from being homeless. Why put yourself in that situation? But you two idiots but you N-words rather get online and talk about passport bros. Y'all sitting in your girlfriend's car or your wife's car talking about passport bro.
The best advice I got from my grandmom: son, no matter what you do or who you become, you'll never be able to fully satisfy a woman. You'll die trying.
Appreciate that, Zeke. That's true. I believe that because women have a insatiable need to want more and more and more. That's why they get surgeries. That's why they tend to sexy it up. That's why they like to travel. Traveling is good. But you got women that travel and it's like, okay, why are you traveling? You know? It's almost like they're trying to fill some void that's there. And again, nothing wrong with traveling, but their traveling is different because they just go from place to place. It's like she's this place this day and this place the next day, and it's like, okay. And then they're constantly like single, and they're like, you could just tell it's bothering them. Well, it's bothering you because you're not satisfied with what you had. Not satisfied with what you had. But any woman that's comfortable with you not being successful, you don't need to be with her. A lot of you guys don't take the time to get to know the women that you're with. Y'all look at her, you're like, she good, she got a nice ass. I like her. She got big breastises too. Small waist. That's all I need. And it's like, bro, you're with a woman that wants to control you, that's going to be arguing with you, that's going to be fighting with you. She's going to bring out the worst in you, not the best in you. And you dudes put up with it because you like sleeping with these women, and you're just fueling the fire. You're fueling the fire. You should want to be successful. Anything less than success is not good enough, family. We should want success by any means. Anybody getting our way gets, they're not for us. We got family members that ain't for us. That's why we're always successful in spite of what other people think or what anybody else want to believe. I seek to be great. You see, women are only a small part of my overall blueprint. You see, you got all these dating coaches, which is whatever. Now you got these women giving advice to men about how to live their life. Can you believe that? Now listen, I know that there are some smart, intelligent women. They all watch me. So I know there are smart, intelligent women because they watch me. They're fans of me. They're followers. But there are also women out here feeding bullshit. They're not being real with you. Why aren't you telling these men that you're going to push them 100% to be great? Why aren't you telling these men that they need to work on being themselves and focusing on their path and not you, okay? And not chasing heifers, because the heifers are always going to be here, whether they're here in the States or somewhere else. I'm seeing a lot of advice being given, and it's like the same shit I've heard for like the last 9 years, just from different people. Give some real advice, and then we can have some discussions here. When I bring back my podcast, Basic Social Politics Podcast, I'm going to have some real ass conversations. Now, the reason why it's taking me, and this is a side note too, the reason why it's taking me so long to produce is because I don't know where I'm going to put it. Is it going to be on YouTube? Is it going to be on Rumble? And speaking of Rumble, make sure y'all follow the Rumble channel that's in the description box. I need y'all to go over there and subscribe. But I don't know where I'm going to put it. But I be seeing a lot of women talking, and they ain't saying a lot of shit. So I'm going to, because I'm real. I want to have real discussions. Not this sugar-coated, not this, I'm going to put a Band-Aid over it and hope that you don't see it and try to mask it ain't all women. As a side note, man, but we need to have real discussions out here. I'm not seeing it. I'm seeing pandering. And whenever a man comes into a conversation being himself, he gets attacked. I'm tired of seeing that too. I'm tired of seeing men get attacked for being themselves and having their own thoughts and opinions. So here you go with the captain, save a heifers, ready to fly in and save heifers who are drowning in their own bullshit. Come on, man. Like, what's going on out here? I told y'all, man, I'm gonna have to do this shit different because I be seeing what's going on and it's bothersome. Like, what's going on out here? MGTOW had the answer and nobody has been able to counteract that. And by the way, everybody shouldn't be giving advice because a lot of wrong advice is being given out here. You got dudes in their girlfriends' cars making videos. You got women out here. And again, some of them, they might be doing good. I'm not going to say all of them are bad because you got women out here who I think are real solid. I think they're all followers of me. But you do have some solid women out here. You do. But a lot of these ones are just filler. They ain't really saying nothing. And the dudes that follow them are just as lost as they are. You know, just as lost. And yeah, so I want to get to having real conversations and being real. Like, we need to talk about why you heifers are out here supporting liberal policies that are destroying families. Why do y'all continue to support that party? Listen, how can you as a woman give advice and you support the DNC? Seriously. You support the DNC and you giving advice to men? I can't take you seriously. I just can't. What the hell are you going to tell me that's going to red pill, not just me, but men who aren't necessarily red pill? What are you going to say that's going to wake those men up? Not a damn thing. You're going to give them advice that's going to suit your agenda. Or maybe I'm just off, Maybe I'm off. I might be off a bit. I don't know. But I'm seeing a lot of weird, just stuff that don't make sense. But again, you got some solid females out here, I would say. But they're very difficult to it's not ain't a lot of them. If it wasn't for men building this road, it wouldn't be, because everything us men do, when women see it be successful, they want to join in. And I told y'all this years ago that you're going to start seeing women giving you grown ass men advice on how to be men. And I told you that day was going to come, and now it's here. And you got a lot of single people giving advice about how to be married or to get into marriages. And I want y'all to understand something. This is how far as a society we are slipping, because everybody's trying to give advice and they don't need to. They're not successful. They don't own anything. They don't have property. They don't have businesses, but they're out here giving all types of advice. You know what I'm saying? That's what we are. That's how, you know what I'm saying? When I see people criticize, I'm like, bro, what do you own? Do you have a business? You own property? Have you invested in anything? So how you gonna tell me how I'm gonna do? You know what I'm saying? This is like when these Gen X was out here trying to shame younger women for not wanting to date them. Bro, you don't own shit. You work for somebody. What are you talking about? How can you shame her, tell her that the men her age don't have this or that when you working for somebody? See, I ain't worked for nobody since I was 25. But you're like 50 or 50, you're in your 50s or late 40s talking about who these younger women should date when you don't own shit. You don't own a business. You don't have employees, right? You work for somebody. You telling these women that they should be with you. When there are men who are way more successful than you and younger than you. I hate seeing that too. I hate seeing when these guys try to throw younger men on the bus. Y'all keep playing yourselves. Keep playing yourselves. I know this rant is like all over the place, but I haven't streamed since Monday. So y'all know I got a lot to say. Y'all notice I got a lot to say on this Friday. I know y'all somewhere getting drunk. How many of y'all are drinking on something right now, man? Hopefully you're at home and not driving, or wherever. You're grounded. I just wanted to come and speak to y'all on this Saturday, man. Shout out, that's Damn, it ain't Saturday yet. It's Friday. It's almost Saturday. I just wanted to come and speak to y'all here, man. There's a lot of bullshit going on. I'm cursing more and more. There's a lot of things going on. A lot of things going on, and it don't sit well with me. It really don't. So I just want to let people know what's going on. And yeah, but the podcast will be coming back. I'm gonna start filming soon. The only problem I have is how it's going to be filmed and where I'm gonna put it. But I think I already know. I'm probably gonna end up putting it on this channel, I think, and just premiering it. But I appreciate y'all nonetheless for checking in to the show and checking it out. I appreciate each and every one of you. Shout out to everybody that donated. Yeah, I see y'all catching the live stream. You know, appreciate y'all that was able to get to see the show live. I know, it went live about 10:45. It's a little bit later. But I appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in. And the content is gonna continue to be great. Shout out to Obi Trice.
They will continue to invade men's spaces and try to take it over and then say men don't build anything.
Right. It's getting to that point, and guess who's helping them? Listen, a lot of the women I've seen should not be giving nobody advice. They need to fix their own life before they try to tell men about anything. All right. When I started making videos, I had no women on my channel. And then there was a brave woman here or there that appeared, but that was like after the fact. That was like maybe a couple years after the fact. When I came to YouTube, I didn't look to make money. Like, I didn't look for, because we didn't have super chats back then. If we were to get money from people, it had to be donated to us through PayPal. I think that's the only thing they had at the time. I think Patreon was around, but it was about men. I was in a space of men, and I was comfortable. I wasn't looking to have a bunch of women. Women showed up because that's just me. I'm a chick magnet. David said he signed up for Rumble. Cool, man. Appreciate that, David. And make sure y'all sign up to the Rumble channel. It's in the description box. Rumble is popping over there. Man, they got their they got their chat rooms, right, where you can donate, you can see people's profile pictures. Like, they're making a lot of improvements over there. The whole landing page, everything is, Rumble's gonna be, I'm telling you, by the end of the year, Rumble's gonna be a go-to. It's gonna be a go-to platform. That's why I want to put content at. Rumble is getting there. Rumble is definitely getting there, man. Like, they pretty much have everything YouTube has. It just doesn't have the same numbers. Wait till they get shorts. They might already have shorts over there. They might already have shorts. I'm not sure. But like, live stream, it's set up real nice, man. And I want to be able to do more stuff over there. So make sure y'all go subscribe to the Rumble channel over there. And I appreciate y'all being here. All right. Salute to the moderators, the channel members, the Patreons, the people that buy shirts and support. Yeah, if you're having any issues, with the shirts or anything, let me know. Steven had, let me know about that. I don't know what's going on with them. If I have to switch platforms, I'll do that. I'll do that. All right, people. Thank y'all for tuning in, for being here tonight. Hopefully y'all have y'all had a great weekend, have an even better weekend, man. I'll see y'all next live stream. Y'all take care, all right?